to my right is Ivy Fox, to my left is Tierza Pin, and Anna Dufresne is on the far left. So we're representing Haskell women's basketball and grateful for the 7859. So thank you.
Coach Brendan told us a little the other day about how this sort of came to be. What was it from your perspective, and how much fun was it when you guys kind of had that conversation about doing this kind of game?
Yeah, about a year ago, I went through some adverse times in my life, in my personal life, and being a coach, there's like a cohort or colleagues, and Brandon reached out to me, and we had some discussion, and he wanted to know what he could do for me, and I said, Brandon, you could do nothing for me, but you could do something for my program. I said we could line up a guarantee game, and he chuckled, laughed, and about a month and a half later, I got email from the director of ops, or the gentleman, I don't recall his name, but he said, hey, we want to set up that guarantee game. Does December 17th work? And I hit send, and yes. And so, but in between time, Coach Schneider and I had some conversations, some text, and we talked about doing something for the community due to the proximity and also the uniqueness of Haskell Indian Nations University. And so it's been since 1974, and we're now 5-1. So we got to get another win on that 5-1. But yeah, just grateful for the opportunity.
How did you guys approach it as far as just another game, once in a lifetime experience, and players can jump in on this too, but you obviously knew it was playing in this building against a Big 12 team that you don't play every night. So what was the idea for maybe months, but also this week leading up to the game?
I think as far as approaching it and how we approached it, definitely collegiate athletics is about experience and memories at every level. I mean, your goal is to play in March and play the last on Monday night or Wednesday night or whatever it be. But as far as us coming in, we wanted to, do a couple of things that we didn't totally accomplish, but however, we wanted to compete till the end, and that was something we discussed at halftime: is don't play the scoreboard, play the game. But as far as our approach, these ladies put in a lot of hours. If you look at our win-loss record right now, we're near 20 games, and that's in 2 months into the season. So they've had a lot of road games and a lot of hours, and they're a great group, and I was proud of them. So I'd like them to speak on preparation. I have a 3-year player, a 2-year player, and a newcomer. So in any way that they would like to address it, feel free, ladies.
From my perspective, it was pretty exciting when it was announced during the summer. Kind of something to look towards, and we all knew that we'd have this big support system coming out too. So we knew it was going to be an exciting game.
Being on like a big stage like this shows us how us as like Indigenous women can be role models for our community, and it's just a good feeling, like everyone showing up for us. Yeah.
Most of us coming from reservations, as young little girls, we grew up watching Division I. We grew up watching the Big Ten. So to be able to play against them and be on the same floor as them was just was kind of a surreal feeling for all of us, I think, regardless of the score.
Coach, in that first quarter, when T. Murray stepped out, made the shot, I've been in a lot of games here. I don't think I've ever heard an opposing crowd pop like that. What was sort of, when you saw that first shot fall early, what was just the vibes on the bench and running through your head in that moment?
To be honest, I was looking for a sub because she's not supposed to shoot that shot. No, these ladies know that I knocked on Coffin Complex floor a few days ago, and I said, ladies, we need to get something at the rim. We need to, and so I had these great set plays that we're going to score. And so when Tia steps out and hits the three, I was hoping for two. We got one better, and it was exciting, especially for Tia, who's a late addition this year due to some adversity, some injury, and just overcoming some things. And to see the smile on her face again, I'll refer back to my opening statement about memories and about putting on for your community. You guys proudly gave us and provided 785 shirts we like to represent Indian country, and that is reservations throughout North America, throughout U.S. And so that's what you heard. You heard a lot of those indigenous voices and those Native American community supporting that shot that coach called the play.
And then players for you guys, Coach mentioned you've played 20 games so far this season. Is there something you're going to take from this game in particular, moving forward the rest of the year in March, and as you guys, get into the heart of conference play and then postseason?
From playing all those games, I feel like we've just been growing and growing, and it's just stepping stones for all of us to see how each player can contribute. Yeah.
Ivy, I wonder, were there nerves? It seemed like you were. If you were
Ivy's
open,
to
you
the
were
right.
shooting it. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it seemed like if you were open, you were shooting it.
Yeah.
No problem. Did it feel once the game got going like it was just basketball, or did you have a new level of nerves just because of the stage and like you talked about?
Well, I've been on the stage before, so I just took it like another basketball game, and we all tie our shoes the same way. It's something our coach said to us before, and I really took that in and just played hard.
And for any of you, what was the interaction with KU's players like before, during, after? Any memorable moments or words that were kind of exchanged that'll stick with you?
As captains, even when we slapped the other captain's hands, we're like,
I think they played with one of the best guards in the country tonight, against and with. And so as far as takeaways, it's, we talk about lacing your shoes up the same way. I think as a player, and these young ladies represent that, is a form of respect for your opponent and take away, how, she kind of forces the issue, gets downhill, obviously gets to the free throw line, something we didn't do, but we definitely like to take that into our conference where, when I say forcing the issue in a good way, like initiating paint touches and drawing contact and playing through contact. So as a coach, I could now reference that and they could say, yes, that is true, and she does play downhill.